ready later.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they don't take long to pull up, but I just thought I'd warn you instead of being like, hey.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if this worked. I think it did. Oh, no, maybe not.
Oh.
Come on. Okay. Hello, friends. Welcome to the wrap up of the Romance Takeover Readathon. Woo! Much fun. So much fun. So yeah, I also realized I am like counter programming to the Oscars for the people who still watch the Oscars. I didn't even think about it.
Oh, that's true. I forgot that's today.
Right? Because I tell you how much I care. But I mean, the people who really care about books will see this or watch it back later. So hello to, as Brie always says, hello to the replay crew if you're watching this to see if you're on. Thank you to everybody who participated. I freaking love doing this readathon. It's like my favorite one that I do because just read as much romance as you can. That's all that we ask. So let's just say hello to some people. And then we'll start with, of course, what everyone's favorite book was. And then here's the order of events, because we won't make this one too long just because we've both done a lot of live shows this week. And my computer may die at any moment as before. So we will push through quick. So right now, while I'm going through these comments, if you guys want to tell me your favorite read that you did, then I'm going to ask a couple questions about, because I always like to do a little research for next time about what your guys' favorite prompts were, or if there are any you wish me to add next time. And then we will do the prizes because we had 35 people fill out the bingo form. So we'll draw for 2 Amazon gift cards in just a little bit here. So let's start with that and say, oh my gosh, also my scrolling isn't working today. Okay. Hey, Cheryl. Komal, hello. Hi, Amber. Doreen, hello. Justin, what are you doing here? I missed your smiling face, sir. I haven't had Rake Appreciation Society in a couple months. I missed your face. Can't wait to get back to that. Hi, Victoria. Hello. You have no interest in the Oscars. I mean, completely agree. That's why, I don't remember. I literally remember because is it Riley who's going to a party tonight?
Yes, I saw her post.
Yeah. I literally was like, oh, that's right. It's the Oscars.
Yeah. I used to watch them growing up. They were a thing. But then, nowadays, not so much.
Nowadays, I'm like,
I got books to read.
Right. Well, I used to only watch it for movies and who would be playing. But now I can just look up the trailers afterwards.
It's true.
I don't even really watch trailers anymore because I watch movies.
Yeah.
I had more fun than I thought I would. I didn't think I was a romance girly. Yes.
The romance era. I love it. I loved seeing everybody's post and tags, when they're tagging us in their stories and everybody filling out their bingo boards. It was so much fun chatting with people about their reads. I loved that part of the readathon.
Yes. I love getting the recommendations.
Yes.
For that. Yes, that is also on right now. I did think of that. That's true.
I'm going to watch that later tonight.
Yeah, I don't want to watch those, but I eventually will watch that show. Now that you just said the season finale was, now it's time for me to watch.
Yeah. Now that they're all out.
That's right. We're the Oscars, Candace. We're cooler.
I love that.
Yeah, I don't know. Me with my no makeup and my staticky hair. Your favorite was Measure of a Man. Oh, that one looked amazing. When the Earl met his match, shocker, I know. Oh, seeing all of you who threw that one in there.
That was my favorite for the readathon too.
Yes, my too.
Yep.
You grabbed it. Here it is. Totally. It was a stunner.
So good.
Stunner. Okay, let me see. Your favorite was Archer's Voice. Oh, that's a great choice as well.
It's a throwback.
Yep. Hello, Bonnie. Hello. Your favorite was The Right Move. Wonderful choice. Wonderful choice. I have it right here with my annotated for you by Jenn. I'm about to do it.
Love it.
I'm only on page 3 because I had other stuff going on today. But I did finish Mile High last night. And I mean, this would be my favorite if Stacey Reid wasn't the coolest. But
yeah,
this is better for me personally. But this was obviously great. I had a wonderful time. And if I wasn't so easily distracted, it would have been a little easier to get through. I see the critiques of length being an issue. But also, I don't know. I feel like all the work that the characters were doing was like believable work to me. So I wasn't like mad at that. I just also have a short attention span sometimes. So
yeah,
but definitely was a solid 5 stars, and it lived up to that hype anyway. Can we plan this for Oscars night every year? Girl, I will do my best. If not, this will literally have an anti-Oscar party. Like, yeah, I can have an anti. Your favorite read was hands down Binding 13. I've been seeing though it pop up. Yeah. I am intrigued. New author and read it in one sitting. I could not put that book down. That's awesome. I've
been seeing that everywhere too.
Yes. My favorite thing, like why I do the little like quick review, which I don't even always do them. I only do them if I have something like legit to say about it, is because I want to get your recs for stuff or know which ones to stay away from. So,
right.
Love it. Okay. My thing's being sticky. Ugh. Yours was probably The Ugly Stepsister and Broken by the Horde King. Ooh, Stacy. I don't know how I feel about that because I know what else you read. So I'm just going to move past that. That you didn't have that on your favorites list, but all right. My favorite was Mother of Death and Dawn. Oh, absolutely. Completely understand. You don't have time to read more than a couple books, but you love Nobody's Duke, and now you're almost finished with Heartless Duke. That is I wouldn't even know most people are films. Your favorite was When the Earl Met His Match. Love it.
Yes.
My favorite was My Darling Duke. Love it. But you read Unraveling Him. Oh, that is a great book too. That's a great book too. I love the audiobook prompt. Yes. And your favorite read was Romancing Mr. Bridgerton. It's very good.
Some Bridgertons, yep.
Oh, see, someone is watching the Oscars. Someone
Monica.
Good for you. Oh my gosh. These comments here. Your favorite was A Wolf in the Wildflower.
It's more Stacy Reed.
I know. You're on number 3, Heartless right now. Definitely your favorite. Love it. Yeah. It's on your TV. Well, it better be after this, Linda.
I know. Everybody's reading it and loving it.
I mean,
yeah, Heartless. Yes. Ugh, so good.
I mean, hopefully Rachel will at least pop in the comments if she can't hop in because I haven't seen if she's finished it yet, but she's reading that too. You enjoyed The Secret Lives of Country Gentlemen. Excuse me. Nobody's Duke, controversially, it was not for me. Wow.
Justin and I talked about these 2 reads. We were like on the opposite sides for both of these.
I have missed our discussions, Justin. That's all. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I haven't read either, though, so I don't land on any side. You weren't able to read as many romance as you would have liked, but you're nearly done with Kiss of the Irish. Or in Hawkeye. Cool. Your favorite was Tragedy of Felix and Jake by J.J. Daniels. Nice. I need to read more J. Daniels. My favorite was Better Than the Movies. I'm surprised I liked it so much because it's YA. It's nice. Which I haven't read since high school. I thought it was adult going in. All right. Fair enough. I didn't have a 5-star, but I'm 50% through Soul Eater, and I'm really loving it, hoping I can finish it tonight. Hey, that's okay. Sometimes the 5 stars just don't come to you. Just don't come. But I'm glad you're loving Soul Eater. I had a great time with those. That's something that I put in my post. Like I switched out my fantasy romance for one of those so that I could black out my board because I listened to 2 fantasies, but I wanted to read Fractured Souls more than I wanted to read that other fantasy book. So, and that was a good decision for me. I love The Takeover. It's my second favorite. Okay.
That's fair then.
All right.
I mean, Tristan Miles forever.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the Horde King. Okay. I guess that's okay. I have to say, Blame It on the Alcohol series.
Bingeable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are very messy. That's for sure. I will say that. Fiona Cole. Oh, yeah, Brendan Fraser. Yes, he's adorable. Haven't finished it yet, but Mile High is probably my fave. Life isn't cooperative, so you only made it. Hey, that's okay.
It's like that sometimes.
You enjoyed Kingdom of Battle and Blood. Oh, love The Secret Lives of Him. Nice. I didn't like that.
Monica.
No.
Get out of here.
That comment's not even allowed to show. Okay. All right. So let me see. What else? else was I going to ask? Oh, yeah. So which prompts did you guys like? Is there one you'd like to see next time? I will tell you one that I will be adding, which I thought that I had on the list and I didn't. And that is straight up a reread. Because sometimes we need to reread a romance for our mental health or because the audiobook happens to be out, which is what I did. So I'm going to make reread a prompt next time.
Yeah, I love that.
What about you, Christy? What's another one you would have?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I feel like I thought of some during, and now they have escaped to me.
Yeah, no,
Let me
it's totally
see.
fine. We'll see what some other people say. Maybe it'll pop in. I really do, because obviously something. Okay, so I was gonna comment on this, Amber.
Oh, okay,
about why I didn't do that. So I really try to keep them for this one kind of vague so that you can read within the subgenres. Like that's why I put a dark romance trope and like age gap, because you can use those, because there are dark romance readathons and there's mafia readathon. So
true.
I mean, the next level to this is I make all the tropes a thing. But then we have 50 prompts, right? So that's a great prompt. Absolutely. I love that. But Mafia is getting its own read or has its own readathon that will be around in just less than 2 months now. So you'll be able to do all of those that you want. But no, you're totally right. That's absolutely one. Before this readathon, that's why I tried to keep it at like paranormal, fantasy, contemporary, whatever. And I tried not to get too specific, but that is totally a track to go down. So, I mean, yes. And I think I have had Mafia in previous years, but this year I just went straight for having it just be like that. So great idea. Liked the hyped book and new to me author. Oh, good. Yeah, hyped book. I'd seen I think that was in the novella one. Was a hyped book in the novella-a-thon? Because I think I got that idea from someone, or
Yeah, I
maybe
think it
wasn't. Because I definitely looked at other readathons. Audiobook and next in series were prompts I was grateful for. Yes. Yep. Again, it's a great idea. I try to keep them more bigger. Can't remember if you had them all, but all the main subgenres. I think I did. Did I have romantic suspense? I don't know which ones I had that I did, because I don't remember which ones I didn't count. I think I had that one. Because I had contemporary. I had
small town. Yeah.
Small town, dark romance. Which I mean, small town. That one's a little like that one was one sneaking into it, but coming in to say hi at an Oscar party. Thanks for organizing it. Absolutely. And again, people who just have to pop in, like if you win, you're getting your gift card emailed to you. You don't have to be on here when we pull it. That's why I had everyone put their emails so that you win no matter what if you put yourself in there. Okay. Maybe a book from the library is a prompt. Great idea. That's a great idea. Love it. That has been one in other readathons I've seen. I love that. Maybe a good prompt would be read a duet or a trilogy. Possibly. That could be good.
Like a binge a series moment.
Sure. Well, like, because I think someone had said they were reading like all 3 of Elsie Silver for this. Well, I think Jackie was doing that. I don't know if she made it through or not. I haven't. She's been kind of busy during the week. Yes, next in series was good. I got through many prompts and only read 3.5. Yes, and I'm so glad. That is the whole point of me keeping them pretty vague, is that you can stack them up real good. Maybe you can put a free space in the middle. Nope, that's how you build your board. Sorry, no free spaces. I would have a free space if I made the board. That is the thing. Like if I made the board, I would put a free space in the middle, or that it just said like complete a book. That could be a prompt that I had. And that could be your free space. Like if you literally make it through one book.
Yeah, true.
That's like your free space. Maybe we won't be in the middle with that one, Monica, because like the point of building your own board is that you could black it out with one book. Like that's how I like it to be. Like if you had one book that was like an age gap, contemporary, a new to you author, and like blah, 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 that you could have a bingo. Because remember, like a bingo is only 3 in a row. The
Mhm.
blackout is never like the goal. That's just what everybody wants to try.
Yeah,
to
that's
do.
just next level.
Like the way that I had it is that you set up your board and one book should give you a bingo. It's only when we try to get fancy that we don't get bingos. Does that make sense? Like literally you can make it. Sci-fi as a prompt? Did I have sci-fi romance?
No, that's the one I was thinking of during the thing. I was going to
Okay.
say like sci-fi or like alien monster, something like that.
Okay. Absolutely. I did think about monster, but I counted my monster as a fantasy.
Yeah.
There's some room for that. Definitely. Love it. I always love the host rec. Oh, I'm so glad. Me too. Sometimes the rec comes in the middle of the readathon and you
Right.
just maybe a prompt about the oldest romance in this poet. Yep. Those are good ones. Yep. That's one that I switched out this year. So I can definitely put it back in. The thing is I try to keep it at, so the max board is a 16. I try to have 25 prompts is my goal always, is to have like 25. So by going more vague with some, I like cut it down. But next year I might put all of these prompts, puts the other ones in a jar and pick out 25. And we'll just do that. And then each time we can add. Or has an HA in the middle space. Sure, Stacey, that's a good one. I read 3 books this week, and that's a lot for me. Great.
That's
I'm so proud
awesome.
of you. Oh, yeah. You got through 10, right, Christy?
I did, yeah.
Did you do?
And I think Monica did too.
Nice. So I had 7 on my list, and I read 9 books this week. But I switched out one. So of my original TBR, I read 6 of the 7. And then, like I said, I added Eden back in there to get it for me. And I myself, though, did not plan my board the smartest because until I read Mile High, I literally did not have a bingo yet. And I had finished 5 books because the way I did it, I put all the banks on there.
Well, that's what I had a novella on mine, and then I had no novellas on my TBR, so I had to go grab one from Libby.
Yeah. Hey, Sarah. Literally made a bingo with my audiobook on one day. Right. Yeah. And that's like what you could do, because with A Baby for Easter, that one was an audiobook. It was the next in a series, and I read it all in one sitting, and it's a backlist title of an author. Like, you can literally make it in that.
Right.
Setting. I tried to read this, but I got distracted. I love it. I had 4 on your TBR, but you read 10. I love it.
Great.
I read 6 and got 2 of my 3. Loved it. So, yeah. Okay. These are some good ones. I wrote down some more to do. I like the idea of finished a book. Hey, sometimes that's a struggle.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's a struggle. Christy, this is random. I'm going to put you on the spot in a good way. Have you read a fan fiction yet? Have you read Manacled?
No, I haven't.
Because I was thinking of that, because I just feel like you're someone who would have such a fun time with us with fan fiction.
I know. Well, that's what Manacled has been on my TBR for like a year, since all of you like read it and loved it.
Right.
And it's just, just the length of it, I guess, is intimidating, even though like I read long books all the time. Yeah.
I think, because I was thinking about it, because I mean, I know you saw us gush about it. I think we should start you somewhere other than Manacled.
Okay. Because
there's 2 things that happen with Manacled with some of my friends. Like, they read Manacled and then they can like not even look at another fanfic because they're like, nothing will compare with it. Or they read it and they go bonkers like me. But like, there are some other places I think you would really like starting. So we'll talk after. But I was just thinking that because I was like, I don't know if I've seen Christy talk about one.
Yeah, no.
And there's some great ones.
Yeah. And I think that's another thing. It's kind of like there's so many and like, endless options that I'm like, where do I start? Pick a lane.
Well, I'm planning this out. Well, what we got to do is like, I need to take, like, you tell me your top like 3 tropes and one of the one of the pairings you're curious about. And like, we could get you some, because that's what I did. Is I started with Dromini, but then one of my friends, Ashton, was like, Snamini's my favorite. And I was like, I love age gaps and student teachers, so let me go try those. And then I was like, Snamini rivals Dromini to me some days, because the angst is like so good. And there's so many where Draco's just a soft squish and they're beautiful. Like he's, soft squish. Like Remain Nameless. You would love Remain Nameless. So, I mean, that one's not necessarily shorter than Manacled by much.
Right.
That one. But it does have the audiobook too, like Manacled does. But anyway, this was me just being like, the fact that Christy isn't diving into these, I feel like is a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I'd probably love them.
You definitely would. Yes, of course. Yes, we knew Mel would pop in here. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, girl, hey. There are a lot of great picks. There are. Well, and it also happened to me that there's someone that I've been following her fan art. Her name is The French Press. And she's been doing like fan art that is like Jane Austen inspired, like Snape and Hermione. It's really pretty. And I finally went to her AO3 page and she has like a bunch of fics. And so there's some Hermione and Snape and there's also some Luna and Snape. And I was like, download that.
Yeah.
That's a grumpy sunshine that I'm here for. Manacled have been on pause since the fanfiction Readathon. Girl, you gotta get back into it. Yes, Lizelle, I saw you read that. I couldn't ask about it. Oh, Hyacinth. That book was so good.
That's the Minerva Spencer, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Your fic was Sex and Occlumency. Oh my word, I have that one right here. I can't show a picture of it because it's verboten, but it's so pretty. That one has fan art that I'm not allowed to show people, but if you like a storyline close to the disappearance of Draco Malfoy, it doesn't really have spice, but it's okay. Oh, wait, which one were you talking about, Mel? I don't know which one you were talking about. So I have Manacled, read 40%, but I can't pick it up. The length intimidates me. Yeah. Hey, I just don't look at that percentage. Like I do when I'm reading a fic like that, I click my Kindle enough times that it like takes everything off of it.
Yeah.
Because I don't even want to know because it's so much. Oh yeah, Remain Nameless. Yeah. I've never read fanfic and I started with Contradictions. Yeah. I mean, obviously that's the one I would tell you to start with because that one's not intimidating. Like this is an intimidating size.
Oh yeah.
Like, sexy Draco. So good. Anyway. Okay, so let us go ahead and draw for prizes now. So I had Christy pull up a random number generator. And so she's going to do that. And then I have the list with everybody who entered. And so we'll tell you who won. So these will be two $10 Amazon gift cards. So the first person is,
let's see here, number 20.
Number 20. Let me see. Oh, it's Victoria. Victoria's romance reads. Congrats, girl. Yay. I should have gotten a sound effect. Yay. Congrats, Victoria, if you're still watching. Hooray. Let me just put a mark so I know to send it to her. So I will hopefully remember to do that right after this and make sure to check your junk folder and stuff so you don't lose $10. All right. What's the next number?
Okay. Let's see. Oh, good. She is still here.
Yes. Congrats.
23.
23. And this one goes to the Bibliomaniac. So I don't know if you're watching, but I have your info, so you will get the next one. Thank you for participating.
Yeah. So fun.
Yeah, I love it. Always feels fun to win stuff. So congrats, friends. All right. So what else? We weren't going to go on too long, but I feel this is kind of quick. So what are some other books people loved? What were people loving about? Let's chat a little bit.
I think my second favorite was There Are No Saints by Sophie Lark.
Yes.
Which is right behind you over there.
Yes, I know. It's right behind you here.
Yeah. That one was so good. And I can't wait to jump into part 2 because I feel like obviously the story's not complete. And so I'm excited to continue that.
Yeah, that book. Whoa. Yeah, that duet is intense, man.
Yeah.
I just remember it feeling so fresh and new when I read that because I read a couple serial killer ones before. Obviously, I've read a lot more of them now. But he was such a different love interest than all of her other ones.
Right.
He's so different. And that book just felt so different from everything.
It did, yeah. It's very intense. But their interactions are just intense, and I loved how just deliberate the hero is and like changing because of her around him, you know what I mean? And like she's so strong and stands up against him. Like it was just so good.
Yeah. Well, and too that she's so like battered, you know, and has so much stacked against her, but she's still okay. Like the scene, you know which scene I mean, with the scene.
Yeah.
I just love that. Like she knows what's going to hurt him. He doesn't even know something that would hurt him.
Right.
And in that moment, like when he chooses to disrespect her, and she's like, you don't even know that I can hurt you. I don't know. And I like that. And normally I don't like that in a book. And I wouldn't have been okay with it if it was anything other than like a psychopath, like serial killer who needs to be shown that he has feelings. You know what I mean? Like really him being like, it's that moment of like, ow, like what? Ow, like why?
Like, what is this feeling? Yeah.
Yeah, like what's happening?
Yeah.
And I think that she plays that so well. And it's also why that one needs to be a duet, even though, I mean, we'll see how you feel with the second one. I think there's some very strong parts about how it goes, and there's also some like maybe this could have just been one like big book to go through that. But for me, I think it's good to give them, because there's a lot of getting to know each other in this first one. So I think it works to have another one.
Yeah, and I'm one who loves a duet. Like I don't mind it when it's done well. So I can see it needing, like their story needs more time and space.
Yeah. I think so too. I think that, and I'll say we, like I'm including myself, I think we get impatient for stuff when duets feel like they don't have a purpose. And that can be very exhausting. But she didn't drag that one out too much, getting it out. And I feel like there's enough of a punch in the second one left that it works. There's just also some things where I'm like, it's not that I don't think it needed a second book. It's just how you feel about like Cole's journey through the whole thing. Because he's someone that I feel like we don't try to make too likable. And so for some people, they're like, Cole's so great. He was one where like I read this and I was like, this is a great story. I love both. He doesn't crack my top Sophie Lark heroes at all. You know what I mean? Like I'm like impressed by this duet. And it's something I'll always recommend, but I'm just like, yeah, you got a long list of people ahead of you though, because she writes
true. Right.
Yeah. You read the Sinners Anonymous series. Mood Reader, I saw that you read this and I downloaded the first one because I saw you reading it. So that's a good question. I should grab my thing or should be like, which books did I download? It's by Summer something.
Oh, okay.
Summer O'Toole. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Come on, Kindle. Stop.
And it's Mafia?
Yes. Sinners Anonymous by, oh no, the Kindle Unlimited thing is covering it.
Some Sketcher? Is that the name?
Yeah, Some Sketcher. Why did I think Summer? I mean, I guess I was close. I was thinking.
Yeah.
Well, because I've been reading Summer O'Toole, so. But yeah, I had seen that Mood Reader was reading this, and then sure enough, I saw that. And then when I went on TikTok, somebody did a TikTok about stuff in the book, and I was like, sold. I'm going in. And so I did that. What are the other books I snagged? One Look I saw people reading just released, and that one was also in like Elsie Silver's
her newsletter.
Snagged that right away. I grabbed Taken to Varaxia. I grabbed 3 Strikes and You're Mine, which is another like sports one from R.S. Gray, which I had just read one of hers right before the readathon, so I snagged that one. And then this one wasn't someone from the readathon, but I did end up reading yesterday. No, this morning. This morning I read the Ice Giant one.
Oh, yeah, I grabbed that one after you talked about it.
Yeah, the Ice Giant one was only 100 pages and it was great.
Ooh.
So
okay, good to know.
Yeah, because this morning before I was going to go into before I was getting into the right move, I was like, I need to finish up some stuff. So I finished up Fractured Souls, 5 stars. Finished up, then I read The Ice Giant because I was like, this is only 100 pages. Let me just get some monster spiciness in here. And it was great. And then I finished up The New Guy because I said I started the audiobook. That was really good. It kind of bugged me near the end of this one, but I remembered that this was the start of a new series, and she's starting like with a new hockey team. Like, we're not in Brooklyn anymore, but like we started in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So that kind of gives you an idea of like, we started in Brooklyn and we're going to be somewhere else. But the getting to somewhere else, I was like so hurt about how we get there. That was tough, but I loved The Single Dad, of course. And also because it's an in the closet one. I hate reading those. Like, it just, not hate. Hate's too strong. But I just get kind of exhausted by those. Like, I need to be mentally prepared for an in the closet one. Especially when one person's out and one person's not, and they're really kind of like pushing the person. But they were both so sweet, and I loved seeing the Brooklyn people again, and the daughter was really cute. And so it worked out good. I love Serena Bowen. Her books are extremely readable, as we say. It was extremely readable. And I'm glad that I got through that. And then I realized how many sports romances I've read in March. Where I used to read a lot more of them, but I read Mile High, I read the R.S. Gray, and then I read New Guy. So I read hockey, basketball, and hockey again, and now I'm going to read basketball again.
What did you think of the R.S. Gray one? Was that King of the Court that you read?
Yes. Yeah, I read that for a patron, picked it, and it ended up being okay. But I spiraled in the middle of that one because it has 2 things that I hate, and I had no trigger warnings for them.
Oh, no.
And so I was ready to chuck it. And I literally wrote in the margins, I was like, you might have picked a bad book for me to annotate because I'm about to go so nuclear.
Oh, no.
They tell me they love that stuff when I do that. But I was like, oh, God. But it had a good, like, wrap up to it. So I didn't tank it.
Yeah.
I refuse to rank my reads because I'll be cry. Aw, I love that. 15% left of Powerless. Love it. Penny and Rafe. Yes, I was hearing super great things. The new guy. Is that the new? Yes, it is. And again, like, it just, I don't love the someone has to be in the closet for the sport because I feel like, and here's why. When it's an MM and it's a sport, that's always what it is. That's why it's like, Serena Bowen's done that game before, obviously, right? Like, we're in the sport and we don't know that we are. And it's different if like one of them is having their like gay awakening or their bi awakening. And then they're like, wow, I should make sure I'm serious before I out myself. But when it's someone who like, he's known he's gay for a very long time and he's being told to hide it. And I don't always want to read that. That's my point. Not that it wouldn't be a real struggle for them in real life, but in romance, I don't always want to read what's a struggle in real life. I want that.
And if the author's done it before and is doing it again.
Right. Yeah. That's totally what it comes down to, is that when it's a sports romance and it's an MM, I always feel like one or both of them is in the closet. And like, it's kind of why there's a certain author that everybody loves for MM. And I just can't keep reading her books because they're always someone in the closet. And they're gut-wrenching ones where people are in the closet because the romance is so beautiful, but they're keeping it in. And again, I'm sure that's to real life for people, but I can't handle the angst level. Like, I can't take it. And so then it just makes me like, I would never forgive this person for continually ignoring me forever. Like, I just
right.
I can't do it. Oh, I just can't do it. I want us to be out and proud, okay? I want us to be out and proud. That's what I need. It's the same reason vodka and therapy didn't work for me this week, because Draco was in the closet, even though for him, literally life and death. So I wasn't like mad that he was in there, but I'm a big fan of Lena Hendricks. This would be my first Lena Hendricks, but the tropes for it and the setting for it, I mean, single dad, small town, sports guy, like, I'm here. So I downloaded it. Do I know when I'll get to it? No, because I need to do the right move. I need to do Witches Get Stitches. I need to do Terrene. I have to do all of those before I can do whatever I want. But I always find time. I'll squeeze in. If there was audiobooks for more of these, y'all, I would be in them because I still make time to work on my projects every day. And I've just been doing rereads of stuff for that because I can't obviously annotate while I'm sewing. I wish I had an extra hand. Sorry to put you through the roller coaster. Kamal, it was a great choice. I'm glad you did. And I promise I'm not angry the whole time. There's the one part, I'm sure you know the part, where I was like, why am I reading this? But it was a 4-star by the end. I did not hate it. And again, it got me interested in R.S. Gray again because it's one of those where like I just hadn't read her in a while, and now she has like 6 more books out since the last time I read her. And then like, but they all pretty much stand alone, so it's not like I can't just pop into one or whatever. Like
it's true.
Hers connect very loosely, so it's not a huge deal. But anyway, what was the other one? You read so many. So what were the? Let me see here. I mean, I think I talked about all the ones I love the most. Yeah, because these other ones I don't really like that much. We don't got to talk about stuff we hated. I didn't have anything super low rated, so that was good. The cover is so deceptive, though. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's the other thing I was gonna say. Not about not necessarily about the R.S. Gray, because all of her covers look like that.
Yeah, they do.
I do just like there are some of hers. One of them absolutely crushed me, and it's kind of why I fell off of her just a little bit, because I was like, girl, I can't even tell you. There's one of them that has like a horrible time jump in it. It's a green cover. It's an age gap. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a pale green cover, and there's a huge age gap in it. And I literally gave it 1 star, and I called my best friend, because my best friend, she's read them all, but they like blend together, and she's like, oh, read this one, the age gap, this one is cute. Well, I mean, she has a bunch of age gaps, and so my friend recommended the wrong one to me.
Oh no.
And I'm like, Shauna, this has tropes that I hate. What are you doing? And I hated it. And she's like, oh, that's that one. Yeah, I only gave that one 2 stars on Goodreads. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh no.
So, but I can't remember it. But yeah, that one has like a huge age gap in it. And then there's somewhere like there's widowers in them, and they're really like deep. And I mean, she's someone who could benefit from alternate covers that had like flowers in the front, because at least that's more vague. But this one was pretty heavy. Like the grandmother has like Alzheimer's or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say this one's like her heavier, more emotional hitting one.
Yeah,
definitely. Which usually all of her covers give like a rom-com, like very light, low angst vibe, and this one was a heavy hitter.
And this one even says a fun like summer rom-com on it. Like,
does it really on the cover?
Yeah, it says a standalone romantic comedy.
Yeah.
So that's also kind of like, girl, what you doing? Like, just say it was a small town romance or something. Would have worked.
Right.
Or like a summer fling romance. I don't know. But
yeah,
that's why like hers are. But where I was going with this, the new guy also was pretty heavy. And now that she's switched to cartoon covers, which now that I know this, like I should have paid attention that this is the start of a new series. And that's kind of why this one might have that, because the other series still has the other covers. This one, you know, one of the heroes is a widower. His mother-in-law is trying to take his daughter from him. The one hero has been in the closet, and like his father is very like not abusive, but manipulative. It actually, his father's his manager and kind of acts a little like this man does a little bit. So reading 2 of those in a row.
Yeah.
I was complaining to Crystal. I was like, the manager is always sketchy. Like, pick a different one.
Yeah, it's true.
pick a different tact with this and stop having the manager be sketchy. But have you read The Summer Wedding? I have not. I don't know who that is by.
I don't know who that's by.
Is that R.S. Gray? Is The Summer Wedding in R.S. Gray?
I don't know.
I also read Love You Always by Lauren Lacey. Oh, that sounds nice.
I don't think I've heard of that author.
I couldn't tell you, Niku. I bought it because I do buy all of this Rita Bowens, even though I'm like 4 behind. She's still an auto-buy author for me. I just haven't been in a sports mood, which apparently I am in a sports mood, so I will get to some of them. One of my reads was The Fine Print, and you really liked it. Aw. Then I found book 2 at Half Price Books, so it was meant to be.
Oh, I love when that happens.
That's still relatively new, too, so good for you.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, okay. I think that's about all we'll cover tonight. Let people get back to the Oscars if that's what they want. But for me, I mean, I have a date with Ryan Shea, and I'm
yes.
So
it's gonna be so good.
I know. Y'all know. I'm also happy that this one's like 50 pages shorter. Not gonna lie. Although maybe I'll be sad about that at some point. Right now, I'm kind of happy it's a little bit shorter. And it's going to be good stuff. So, yeah, thank you to everyone who participated. I always have so much fun. Christy, thank you for being faithfully here at all of these.
Of course.
And it's just been great. So,
yeah, it's been a fun week.
Yes, it is. It always goes by so fast. Like, I love that. But, yeah, thank you, everyone, for joining. And have a wonderful Sunday night, everybody.
Yep.
Bye.